How's it going? David from Comic Book Investments. So happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you guys out there. So yeah, it's going to be kind of busy. I'm sure a lot of you guys are busy anyways. So just going to do one video here on Christmas Eve. Really busy on Christmas, but I figured why not make this a special dropping and going up version, and let's just do Christmas themed comics. Now, the issue with these comics is there's not a lot of sales data for them, so it's going to be hard to see if there's really any trend of them going up or going down, but I figured this would just be for fun, and we could see kind of what's going on with each one. So first we got up is Spectacular Spider-Man 112. We got Santa Claus on the cover with a gun. Cool. And so if you guys want to kind of get an insight of how I kind of come up with this stuff, let's just take this 9.8 at the top here. And most recent sale was $100. Now, if I was going from a trend, see if there's a trend, I would probably go down to this one. I mean, this is a little hard to do a trend because there's not that many sales. But let's pretend there's hundreds in this little category and they're dropping down and they're going up. Then that would be a trend going up. If I wanted to go reverse, I would go, where was its peak? Okay, it peaked at 125. So I'd go, okay, starting value 125, and now one sold recently in August for $100, and it has dropped from its peak 20%. Now, again, there's not a lot of data on these books. That's why I try to stick to keys. So you're not really going to get a trend. But if you wanted to know, it's dropped by 20%, which isn't really anything at all. And this one, if you wanted to go from peak, this 9.6 here, you go 75 to 70. Let's see, I have a calculator down here. And it's down 7%. So, man, you lost a lot of money if you bought that book. Man, all those people that speculated on this Spectacular Spider-Man 112, man, they lost their shirt. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Next one, we got another Spider-Man, 314. They're in no order. This is just for fun. 314. So this one will probably be a little easier to predict what's going to happen due to the sheer volume that you got. See the difference? Lots of sales data. So if we wanted to go recent sale, peak recently, I tried to do stuff within the last couple of years. So if you go down here, you can see this one around 229 back in 2018. Generally, I don't pick that if there's more current data, unless it's like a golden age, and that's all you got. All right, so if we got right here, we got 212 recently sold. This one over here for 220. If I look at it, where is it? Sold for 285. One thing I have to worry about is I look like this and I go, okay, let's see what it's selling around, because this could be a newsstand, and just GPA forgot to put it in how it should go, and I don't want to accidentally say a newsstand when I don't know. So I don't have any data beyond this, so I can't check it out. But I looked to see what else. One was selling for 113, 120, 130, 96, all around the same time. Obviously, the sale does not count, right? It's like way out, it's like double the price of everything else. So I'm not going to count that sale. So I'll go to the next highest one is probably this one over here, 212 down to now selling for 122. So 212, 170 or 122. That's a drop of 42%. Not good. Not trending in the right way. Man, if you bought this one, no, I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you look at the 9.6, yeah, it looks like it's actually going up over time. So I wouldn't worry about it if you have this book. If you decided to be a long-term investor of Spider-Man 314. Next we got is a Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 10. All right, as you can see, it's going to be hard to find any real sales data. We got only a handful in 2022, but let's go for this one. Again, this is all just for fun. Oh wow, look at this trend going up. This is a good one. This is definitely on the rise. You should buy it. I'm just joking with you. Let's see. So one sold for 175. What was the all-time record? There we go. That's it. We got an all-time record for Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. just recently sold. I wonder if people are buying this because during the holidays, if they're like, oh, I want a holiday comic. All right, so this one's trending up. I would suggest sell everything you have, everything you own, and buy, go really bullish on this one and buy as many copies as you can. And and sell everything. Sell your house, sell your car, sell your kids. I'm sure you can get some money for them. And I would go all in Nick Fury 10. All right, next we got this one's a cool one. This is a Turtles Christmas special. Okay, let's see how this one is doing. Not doing good. Okay, so it peaked back in, it looks like around October-ish of 2021 for $375. Now selling for, $375. Now selling for $104. Let's see. Down 72%. And these are the type of books that end up on my list. Usually 72% is a big drop from the top. Let's see how the 9.6 is doing. 9.6, peaking back in 2021 for $200. Now selling for $60. $200. Now selling for $60. Down 70%. Not good for Michelangelo. Look, he's saving this little cat over here. How could you? So yeah, that one's dropping a bunch. I would not. It's probably going to drop down to at least 50 cents by the end of this. All right. Next we got up is Uncanny X-Men 143. This is, what's it called? The Brood. I think this is the Brood, and it's basically a ripoff of the Aliens, because Aliens came out in what, 79, 77, somewhere around there. Aliens the movie. So the Brood just kind of ripped it off, which at the time, why wouldn't you? It was pretty popular. All right, so we got a 9.8. Let's see how 9.8 is doing. Okay, so we got, see how these big spikes over here. Yeah, that's obviously a newsstand or something. Even though 1981, so it's like we go through. It's like, look, selling for 204, 180, and then $8.99. Like obviously that was probably a mistake on the GPA or as a newsstand. I don't think it was a newsstand. It was probably just a mistake. So I don't count that one. So let's go more recent. 325 is the highest I see. All right, so 325 is what it was selling for, and now selling for 213. Down 34%. That's not a trend. That's not really anything to. That's just the up and downs of the market, especially when you're buying from peak to lower. Look at a 9.6. Looks. You can just kind of look at the graph, and it's kind of been stable. Let's see what it's selling for back in 2000, whenever. $60, $60. It hasn't changed. That's why only certain books go up. Think about this. This book from 1981. It was selling for $50, $60. Let's see. It's averaging around $50 or so. And now it's averaging a little higher than that. So in 15 years for a 9.6, if you look at the 9.8, see how it was doing. Way back in 2004, 123. It was in around the 100 price tag. Dropped down to the 70s and $70, $100. I can just look at the averages, and then it's jumped up. It's like, but when it first came out of the gate, it's a little high. It's like doubled in, I don't know, 20 years. So not very much. Lobo, paramilitary Christmas special. Never heard of this book until I saw it. So he's killing Santa, right? Yeah. So I mean, the last sale was $71. It peaked in 2017 for $125. So it's probably like a 50% loss on that book. Yeah. Next we got up is everyone's favorite superhero of all time, the Green Llama, number 7. Now, I've been very bullish on the Green Llama, and I think all you guys should buy as much Green Llama as you probably can, because, through my insider dealings, I've been talking to a lot of Hollywood executives, and they have been telling me that Green Llama is their next big push. So the Green Llama is coming into the MCU and the DCEU at the same time. Yes, it's very, very odd to do, but the Green Llama is very special. And so he's going to be in both. He's going to be the big bad in both of DCEU and MCU. And so, yeah, He's actually going to destroy both the universes, from what I'm gathering. And then they're only going to have Green Llama movies from here on going out after he destroys both the universe and there's no more superheroes left. So pick up your Green Llama copy today. This one's from 1946. Let's see, with 9.2. Oh, good. So back in 2003, it's selling for $298. Now it's selling for $408. So it's slightly up. But it peaked in 2006 for $504. Back down to $408. So, I don't know. This book is, yeah, look at the trends. In the 7.5, it peaked about 200. It's never going to go up or down. This book will always probably be worth the same amount forever. This supply and demand. But, like I said, he is going to be literally the only superhero left. They won't make any more, no more Superman, no more Spider-Man, nothing. There'll only be Green Llama from here going forward. All right, Batman 27. This is a classic cover. See, this one has a lot more sales data in all different grade ranges. Let's see. Here's one. December. All right, so this was selling way back in the day for $1,600 back in 2010. Not really selling much. All-time record, $42.99. Let's see if we can see. We can't see where that's come from. So yeah. If we go from the last sale back in 2020, $3,100, to now selling for $42.99, that's up 39%. Let's look at another one. Oh, here we go. Here, this one sold. Going up. Last sale was in 2020 for $975. Now selling for $14.99. And that is up. Oops. Put in the wrong number. That is up 54%. So, this is a much buy. Now, my personal opinion, non-joking opinion, I think this is a good book long term. Why do I think that? It is considered a classic cover. Whatever that means, I don't know. But people deem it as a classic cover. You type in Christmas comics, and this one will show up almost every single time. So, very popular. That's what kind of makes things classic covers, when it's like the go-to cover for certain things. So this one will show up 9 times out of 10, so when people just type in Christmas covers and they see it, the more times you see it, the more times you get attached to it. They do a similar thing in music. They'll replay a certain melody, like very small under, so you can't really hear it, but it's actually there. So when it actually does come, like the drop or whatever it's called, it's you're like, oh, I feel like I've heard this before. And it's like, yeah, you've been hearing it for the first minute of the song until they got to the chorus. You just didn't realize it. I do that all the time in music. The Chainsmokers are notorious for doing this. They will literally have one little melody going through the entire song, and then the chorus comes, they just boost it really high. So you're like, oh, wow, I love this melody that they're playing, keyboard, guitar, whatever it is. And then you're like, why do I love this melody? Oh, well, you've been hearing it the entire time. You just didn't notice you were hearing it. So things like that. Subliminal. So you'll always see this comic popping up all the time. So when you do see it come up for sale, you're like, for some reason I like this comic book. That's what marketing does. I mean, people aren't trying to market this Batman 27, but very similar thing. Same with McDonald's. That's why you're like, why do McDonald's even have signs all over the place? So one day when you're driving by McDonald's, you're like, yeah, so I think it's a good book. Obviously, it's trending up. I mean, not all grades are trending up. This, 9.2 went down back in May, but before that, I was selling for $4,800. So let's move on to the next one. Action 105, another pretty good classic comic if you type in Christmas covers. Kind of crazy. You can see this one for $12.56. I bet this was an auction. Yeah, I can always tell when it's an auction. It has a weird number to it. It's a Hakes auction. So this ended for $12.56. But then you have this one selling for $600, a higher grade. People ask me that all the time. It's like, and this one sold for $600. Where does it sell? For half, basically, in a better grade, on Heritage. In a better grade, sold for half. People always ask me that, right? They're always like, why do certain ones sell in certain grades? Like, why is this one selling for double than technically the higher grade? And with these, I mean, look how many sales there have been. Since 2021, so in 2 years, we can't count this one back here because that one's in 2020. We 1, 2, 3. This one counted twice just because it's doing averages. 3, 3 sales. So this one's not going to come up that often. So when this one did come up, someone's like, I'm never going to see this again, so I might as well pay a lot for it. So that's how that happens. Can't really see a trend. Let's see if we could do a trend on this one. Selling 2013, selling for $472, and now sold for $600. What did I say? 2014, up 27% in about 10 years. Not that great, but it's not a key. All right, next we got up is Spawn 39. This is a good cover. You know, he's obviously killing someone. I don't know what he's killing, but he has blood everywhere. He's dressed up as Santa Claus. Got the newsstand selling for, about 4 times normal. All right, as you can see, it started out of the gate for $15. 15 to 17 on average, slowly going up over time. And recently, back in July, it sold for $130. Now it's down to $97. That drop is, of course, a 25% drop. So take that with you. Use that information how you want to. Nonetheless, I like the comic. Cool. But not a key. All right, here we go. We got the Hulk beating Santa Claus, and obviously Santa Claus is pathetic and can't even come close to the Hulk. Surprisingly, this comic was a lot more expensive than I thought. I just saw the numbers. Look at this. On the rise. This is going up. You must buy this comic book. As you can see before, let's go way down here. We're selling for $43. $43. Yes, it was selling. And now selling for $233. That is up 442%. That's right. This comic book is going to the moon. It's going to the moon. People don't realize that Santa Claus is going to be in the MCU. What was that? I don't know. It was about a year ago or something like that. I don't remember. It was James Gunn, or who knows who it was talking about you're going to see like... I ragged on this. It was like a year ago. James Gunn had a tweet saying you're going to see someone you've never seen before. And then people somehow jumped on the fact that it was going to be Santa Claus. And Santa Claus' technical first appearance, he had Omega level mutant powers or something like that, was, I don't know, some random comic book in like the 80s, 90s or something like that. I can't remember. It was so stupid. And so that was making all these top 10 lists on other YouTube channels, on like Key Collector, on, Cover Price, all this kind of stuff. Not saying that they're the ones picking it. I don't know who picks it. I don't know how they started this rumor or who started the rumor. And it started going, and other YouTubers and other places, all they do is aggregate data. So they're just showing you what's on the data. And I was just like, this is so stupid. Don't buy it. I used to do like a top 10 trending of the week or a month or whatever. And basically, I got tired of it because I was always like, don't buy this, don't buy this, don't buy this, don't buy this, don't buy this. And it just got really annoying for me, so I kind of stopped. I felt like I wasn't really giving any good information. And if I'm not giving you guys good information, then I don't really want to continue on. So, yeah, I just couldn't believe that. I was like, and I looked at the tweet, and I'm like, this is nothing. It doesn't even mention anything that could be remotely Santa Claus. I'm like, it could be anybody. Literally could be anyone from the Marvel Encyclopedia of Superheroes and Villains. And somehow people started going on the rumor of Santa Claus. Oh, my God. Ridiculous. But nonetheless, this is going up to the moon. It's going up, 450% all the way in the last 6 months. I mean, this is going to outpace crypto, NFTs combined. I mean, this will outpace the entire stock market combined, even Tesla. This is going to outpace, the world's GDP. So, like I said, make sure that you pick yourself up a copy of, what is this, Hulk number 378. You heard it here on Comic Book Investments. So when you guys become billionaires because you decided to buy this comic book, and you can come back and thank me. I'm just messing with you. It's Christmas time. All right, Daredevil 229. We got Daredevil fighting he fought a bunch of Santa Clauses in this, if I can remember correctly. Anyways, let's see. Okay, we got a recent sale. December, I bet some people they go a little higher in December because they're probably like family members picking up comics for, other family members. But let's see. It peaked for $400 back in April 2022. It is now selling for $350. Ooh, that is a drop. It has dropped by 12.5%. It's fallen. It's fallen. Yep. Yep, it's doomed. This book's doomed. Let's see what a 9.6 is doing. 9.6. Okay, it peaked way back in 2017 for $90, and now selling for $63. Ooh, this one's worse. This is down 30%. Ooh, if you have this copy, I would get rid of every copy you have before you go bankrupt. Because actually, what happens with this book in particular is it can drop so much and can go negative. So the longer you hold it, and once it goes negative, you actually start owing people money for having it. It's very weird. I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, Witching Hour. This is our last one. Ended on a high note with this great cover. I like this kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff I like. I mean, I don't collect Witching Hour, but if I was looking at a cover, this kind of is cool. Anyways, Witching Hour. Let's see what we got here. Our most recent sale is a 9.6 from 2021, and it peaked in 2020 at the height of the COVID stuff. I don't know, $450. COVID lockdowns. Now selling for $350. Ooh, down by 22%. This book's dropping too. But let's see this 9.0. This 9.0. Okay. It sold for $165 back in 2019, and then with the huge comic boom that happened, one just risen. So you know the comic boom just shoots everything to the sky high. Everything shot up to $185, and so that is the comic boom brought on a 12% gain for this 9.0. That's very good. 12% gain for this 9.0 on this Witching Hour 28. This is probably the best cover that's ever been drawn. Ever. I don't even know who drew this, to be honest. I'm trying to look, see if I better than any comic. Better than Jim Lee, better than Neil Adams, better than Jack Kirby, better than Jock, better than, I'm going to say his name, Bill Sienkiewicz. I don't know, you guys correct me all the time. Yes, better than L.B. Cole. All this. I think this is probably. I want to say Nick Cardy, but I don't think it was Nick Cardy. I don't know who it is, but nonetheless, I hope you guys have a great Christmas, great holidays, whatever you guys celebrate, in whatever country you guys live in. Just know that I'm happy you guys are watching, and it's been another year of this. I started it New Year's. 2 years ago, I pretty much decided that I'm going to start a YouTube channel. So, I mean, I've been wanting to, but I actually put my foot down. Like, I'm just doing it. And I think my first video came up on February 1st. So, coming up on completing 2 years of this, coming in my third year. Jesus. Wow. But nonetheless, I hope you guys have a great Christmas. And I will see you. I probably won't do a video tomorrow because I'll be very busy. But I'll see you, I don't know, whenever I do my next video, probably in a couple days or something. All right, later.